Hello, and welcome to Business with Smith Co. Hello, and welcome back to Business with Smith Co. It's a new musical intro, but we'll ignore that. Get down to the thing. So today we're going to be talking about cooperative relationships in business. We might also be talking about competitive relationships if we have time in the video. So, relationships exist everywhere in business. They exist in multiple places. For example, they exist between the same stakeholders. For example, they exist between two suppliers. But they also exist between two different stakeholders. For example, the employee and the employer. And one of the ways that these relationships are present is a cooperative relationship. This exists when the stakeholders work together towards a common goal. It is a win-win situation, so both parties win. Now, if a stakeholder acts in a mutually beneficial manner, they both gain and are better off afterwards than they were beforehand. There are some examples of cooperative relationships between two different stakeholders. A purchasing manager and a supplier. A purchasing manager may ask for credit for a period to be extended when they experience cash flow problems. For whatever reason, but then if the supplier increases the credit period, they will win as they're building customer loyalty for future sales because they don't want to have their customer abandon them and go for somebody else. But the purchasing manager also wins because they are able to have enough time to raise enough money to pay off their debts, and they will not face penalties or bankruptcy. Now, there's also the example of a government and an entrepreneur. The government could invest in export businesses to state bodies, then award them, they can award them with grants to the business to help them export. This will help the government by increasing the amount of exports sold for the country, thereby increasing government revenue, and it will also help the business by providing them with capital to improve sales. So then, of course, that is the short version of cooperative relationships in business. Next, of course, you have competitive relationships. Now, competitive relationships are, the exact opposite. A competitive relationship exists when one stakeholder benefits at the other party's expense. It is a win-lose relationship. If both stakeholders want different outcomes, when one gains, the other will lose out. If two parties both want the same outcome, but only one can win, one party will benefit at the expense of the other party. There are some examples of competitive relationships between different stakeholders. An investor and an entrepreneur. An investor might want a high return on their investment. If they negotiate for a higher return with the entrepreneur, they will receive a high share of the profits and high dividends at the expense of the entrepreneur, who will have to give away more for their business. An employer and an employee will want a fair wage. If employees want higher wages because the cost of living has increased, which it does, and many businesses do tend to take advantage of people who are desperate. However, if they want to negotiate with a higher wage, for example, if they want to be part of a union, which does tend to, benefit you if you are part of a union to negotiate with a higher wage, but that's fine. If you want to join a union, that's fine. But anyway, this will increase their income. However, the employer may want to keep that money for themselves or just reinvest in the business, and they will face higher wage costs, which to them might be a problem because obviously if you're taking the biggest chunk of the profits and your employee, you're just getting paid whatever your business is doing, however your business is doing, well, you might want to just take home more money, and of course that's selfishness, but there you have it. Next comes the benefit to stakeholders for competitive relationships. Now, certain stakeholders will benefit from other stakeholders from having competitive relationships with each other. Now, obviously, producers are competing for customer choice, so they could seek to compete with other prices, other products, and consumer service or quality. For example, one way that this could benefit the consumer is decreased prices. if one business lowers its prices, then they might hope that will entice people away from their competitors who might be offering just similar prices. Of course, it doesn't always work. Some businesses, their brands are damaged in the eyes of certain customers, so those customers may just always choose the more expensive option just because they just don't want to go with that business, and also because they know, prices increase all the time. So even if this is a short-term thing, it is most likely to be a short-term thing. Sometimes, obviously, prices do decrease because, there's more customers and they're able to have, economies of scale. Anyway, next comes an increase in the range of products available. If a business offers multiple types of products, they could decide to offer more products so that they can, compete with people, so that they're able to say, well, no, you can't. You can't get this from our competitors. You can only get this from us, and that sort of thing. It also means that they're able to, basically say to customers who might not want their other products, well, look, we've got this product here. You'd like that, and that helps boost sales over the competitors. They might offer better customer service. Purge users might offer added extras during the purchase and aftercare experience. Some businesses offer consumers free returns after 30 days, or live chat option on its website for consumers to ask questions regarding, whatever they want that's related to the business. They may decide to improve quality of its products. A producer may compete by using better raw materials, improving the aesthetics or performance of its product, increasing its product durability. Apologies if you're annoyed by my voice and you'd like me to change that. That would be available, I guess you could say. But other things like that would be something that sometimes you can't change, which is a benefit to producers and editors, because sometimes producers have the benefit of being able to say, well, our competitors aren't able to improve their products in this area because they don't have the money, or they don't have the ability, whatever the case may be. So that can sometimes be helpful for them. Anyway, thank you for listening. This episode has been a relatively short one. I don't know why exactly it had to be so short. Actually I do. It's because the topic of cooperative and competitive relationships is actually quite small. Apologies if you wanted more information. At the current moment, we don't have that. Hopefully, we'll be able to look at this again in the future if we do have more information at that stage. Hopefully you'll listen to other episodes of our business with Smith&Co, and hopefully you'll do other videos and audio stuff that we have available, and hopefully you'll join us next time and subscribe to the YouTube channel and do all the other stuff that helps channels grow and helps them succeed and helps them be able to continue to provide the services that they provide. Anyway, goodbye.